fantastic. Just basically what we do is I worked on the courts for 9 years with 25 judges, and I go into Rikers every week. I speak to the teenagers and sort of let them know what the judge is looking for. The judge doesn't want the kid in prison, but if he can see that there's some plan this kid has for a future, he's inclined to give him a program.
It's an opportunity.
Right.
So, there is.
Right. So the kid has to go before the judge and say, Your Honor, I made a mistake, but I have a plan if I can just get over this little problem. And so now the judge is inclined to, let me look back at this kid's background and maybe I'll let it go. So we go to Rikers and talk to the kids, and then I take the question and I go on the radio with Radivisión Cristiana. And now that radio station has asked me to reach out to all the prisoners. So, and share not with just one facility, but all the 10 facilities I wanted you in, and share the same knowledge I have about the court system.
That's good, because the kids are usually genuine, but they made a mistake, and they can come out and do something proper and represent themselves in the future. So it's a great, great service.
Thanks. They're victims on both sides of the gun. We know that. The person gets hurt, but the families also have shame, they have guilt, they're suffering, their families has put them in a position where now they need finances where they don't have it. And so it becomes a victim, and we try to sever that DNA of victim, deal with the forgiveness issues, the hatred connected with the crime and stuff like that.
Well, that's good, because you open up all the other variables. You know, there's other variables that are affecting them. You're trying to education, the GED, the lack of education, the peer pressure. Once you create a balance, they'll see the future. They'll understand that committing these crimes and stuff is not going to help us. We're not going to go anywhere.
Right.
Some of us, we're just going to be done because we have a record now. So a lot of them, they don't know these options before they do that.
Right.
But you're presenting all these options to them. It makes them be aware, and you know, they're not ignorant now. Now they know that in the future, if we do this, these are the consequences.
Exactly.
So many people are not used to using their conscience. They're used to, you know, their instincts. They don't use that anymore. The conscience is outdated. It's what people say. It's what you hear about. It's what you read about. It's what the artists do. It's what the rappers do. That's why in my campaign, I try to use it as a complete alternative, where I'm using the biggest names of the entertainment industry for positive causes and producing the public service announcements and broadcasting. So look, these are the people you idolize, and look what they're doing. They don't want these problems. They want education. They want anti-poverty. Give them new role models, new vision. Right. It's important.
Armando, maybe you want to come and bring your guys over to Rikers and bring their music and talk to these inmates, the teenagers, and
you know what it is? Because they idolize these artists. And those are the artists, you know, I use them on a regular basis if there's a situation. I go into different places and I bring in artists and people, no matter what the artist says, because the general public, they don't listen to Marty, they don't listen to me, they don't listen to you. But when a celebrity or an artist says something, for them right away, okay, I'm going to follow, you know? And that's why I chose the route, you know, the high key, you know, higher upper tier celebrities. Those are the ones, once they say something, they're bigger than politicians. And it's the youth that we're trying to clean up. The youth, we're trying to help them out. That's the future. If you can get their head straight, you know, I use the celebrities' endorsements to raise the awareness of the youth, give them an option. That you don't have to do this. I have people saying you should do this. You know, and I love what Marty, we're targeting different countries. You know, with the United Nations, it's 192 countries under the UN umbrella. And I have relationships with a lot of people, you know, in Far East and Southeast Asia and South America. These people, you know, their stories are a lot easier to fix, because in New York we have everywhere you see a celebrity and people are like, yeah, whatever. But you take these big celebrities to a country that only has one celebrity, whatever that person says, by the next morning, he's the president, you know. And that's why it's so much easier. Because, you know, a lot of these countries, you go in Africa, they don't have no major artists or celebrities. We live in New York. This is the mecca of all the celebrities. We see them walking by, we're like, okay, not a big deal. If I take that one person to a different location, his value goes up maybe 100 times, 1,000 times. That's why I feel that this campaign really works. You know? And it ties into everything we're doing. You know, it's grassroots, it's an understanding, it's a movement.